So first we have to enter the lovely password. That's a pretty good password. Alright, so I'm Callum. This is the first one of the marathon, Bucky Hare hard mode. And without further ado, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, speedrun. So the first thing you might notice is that the text is not in English. That's because I'm playing the Japanese version. The reasoning for that is that it saves between 10 and 15 seconds over the NTSCU counterpart. I haven't actually timed it, but I know it's between those 2 times. Oh, I delayed too early. Dude, in my last marathon run, I died on the first screen as well. That's awesome. And then I didn't die again for the rest of the stage, so that's what's gonna happen now. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, basically what happened there is these turrets, if you don't let go of holding right at all, you get hit. So I did delay, but it was like outside of that one's boundary. Alright. Again, similar sort of mechanic with these swings here. Like I have to delay again whilst I'm on the leaf or whatever you want to call it. Because if you hold right continually, then you're gonna not make it. Well, I have chat open by the way, so I can see everyone's rips and stuff. But yeah, I try to dart my eyes over every now and then, see if I can answer any questions. Oh, this is a good time actually. It's the one point that I have downtime really. This is one screen where you really don't want to die, because you get sent all the way back to the top. So I'm actually gonna, this is like one of the only save strats I'm gonna do, which is where I'm gonna wait until I see the door, and then hold right. What I'd normally do in attempts is I'd try and like bypass a boulder, and the window is really tight, and if you fail it, you're gonna like spend like 30 seconds going back to the top of the screen and coming all the way down again. It's always fun. See if we can get the 2 cycle here. I went for glory, I went up to him. Alright, that was a good kill actually. I just went over to my split button. Sick, man. Alright, so we should be on pace with my last marathon run, and this needs to... Okay, I went just a little tad slow on that menu there, because that's the one time you have to switch levels. And if you mess that up, it's basically GG and you probably have to restart again, because you like go in the wrong progression, and like you don't have the right characters. Everything else is, you do like chronologically, but that's like the one like, sequence break you do there. So that's good we got that. This jump's pretty tight. Alright, got it, good. You can just drop down there, but you have to stop moving right for a split second, so you may as well just not stop. And now, the auto-scroller. One thing to note about this is that you can have your jump stinted and you just don't... oh, damn. And you just... your input will be eaten at certain points because of the physics of the iceberg, which is always nice, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But I point it out if it does, but hopefully we shouldn't need to. So yeah, this is about, I think it's about 50 seconds long, I want to say. Oh, goddamn. Alright, concentration time, not gonna talk. This room speaks for itself anyway. He could have shot me like any second, like, jeez. I need it. So if I get denied jump here, that would really suck, because then I'd have to get sent all the way back. Like there, if I got denied jump, that would have sucked, but... Alright, that was like, what, third try? Fourth try? Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Just have to play for God, and that'd be fine. It's easy. Just don't die again. Just press A and B, and left and right. So that jump looks scarier than it is. These spikes, their hitboxes are deceptively different than the way they look. And also there I shot too low. So this is a really interesting screen, because the room doesn't spawn exactly how it should do, so I don't actually know what to do here to survive. God damn. Because if I jump forward, this thing's gonna... Oh no, it doesn't. That's embarrassing. See, in practice, at one point, when I spawned in that room, I'd jump forward and one of the spikes would like always hit me, so I was like, well, better not die in this room in a marathon, because I'd like no backup. And then it just happened. And then it didn't actually do that. That was a pretty good kill. The Bob Ross emotes, man. So Red Planet, this is probably the hardest level out of all the planets, in my opinion. You'd think Blue might be because of the auto-scroller, and just like how long punching it is, but there are certain patterns that become second nature and you can just sort of react to them before you actually like see the pattern, like you just know. Alright, good. That's one tricky strat that I actually didn't manage to do so far, so that's good. So the intentional way of doing that is just pushing the boulders. But we want to go fast, so we're not going to push them and just jump. That's quick man stage. There's a lot of similarities to Mega Man games in this game that you might see, and seeing as like Mega Man 2 came out in 1988, and this came out in 91. I guess it could definitely be possible that they saw Quick Man and thought to do that right. Alright, this is actually a good Red Planet so far, no major mistakes or anything. Apart from that. So if you missed that one jump, it costs 2 seconds. Or thereabouts. Over the optimal climb, and then there's like one other really tricky jump after that, which is about a second. So those are the only two like really tricky ones. So like at most you're only gonna lose like 3 seconds on the climb if you're not like a complete idiot like I am. So for those of you who haven't seen this game before, this might be a bit of a surprise. So I'll just do the thing, and oh god, that's not what I was on about. That wasn't a surprise. a death wall. So the way in which that works, from what I understand from the task notes, is that for every frame that you're pushed against the side of the screen, you advance a level in the game's code. And it maxes out at the height. It actually does it like hundreds of times in a row. But once it reaches the last level, obviously it can't go any further, so it just sort of maxes out there. And if you're wondering why it doesn't work on the iceberg, from what I've read, it's just to do with the way in which the game's code is arranged. But yeah, there are a couple of screens like where you think it might work as well, but it just doesn't, which is kind of a shame. But that'd be really cool in Blue Planet, because that would skip a lot of levels. Like, there's one in this level as well, and this one skips, I believe, 2 levels, and that one skips 1, and they both have like really long auto-scrolls in them, so at least it skips those, but you know. I think Blue, it would skip like 5 levels, maybe? Alright. Easiest stage, and then we have a... Now, getting this in a 1 cycle was pretty tricky, so if we get that, that'd be good. I'd be happy with that. That would have been it as well. Why did I start jumping? What am I doing? Alright. I thought you only had like a couple pegs left, so it would have been quicker to jump, but it actually turned out that it wasn't. Alright. Second try. So that's the planet's done, now we're moving on to the second half of the game. So what's going on here that you can't really... Well, you might be able to understand from the visualization, but basically all of your teammates, or crew members or whatever, have been captured. Except for Bucky for some reason, I don't know what happened there, but basically you have to wail on them until they decide to join you again. I don't really understand the logic behind that, but there you go. Somehow that brings them around. So we're just gonna go and just wail on Jenny for like 20 seconds, and then she'll be like, alright. May as well come back. So what happened there is I didn't press the B button, and then jumped, and then hit the guy. I actually do that a lot in runs as well. It's one of those like really dumb like errors that should just never happen, and never happen in practice, and then it happens in an attempt, and you're like, what is my brain doing? Also, I don't know what's up with that guy in the middle. I don't even know what he does. Let's just jump over him. I'm gonna wait. It's another annoying kill to not get first try, so I'm just gonna concentrate. You skip over that laser, there's like you can hold in the hitbox, you can just go for it. Right, it's probably gonna be a bad kill, because based thumb mashing. Yeah, it's not that great. If she starts walking back over, that's not that great. We're still alive, so it's alright. I'd probably waste like a second over an optimal kill. Maybe 2 if you're LO. Another scary jump coming up. Not that one, but that one is actually pretty scary if you're trying to optimally like I did, like an idiot. Why did I try to do that? Doing too many speedrun strats, like hardcore speedrun strats. It's like a very small window if you just hold right the entire time and still make that. There's a very like complicated sequence of like visual cues I have to actually get that. I don't know why I bothered, because you can just wait on it for like a split second longer. But yeah, we got the jump through the gap, which is good. Jenny is stupidly OP. Like every fight that you have her for, apart from during the final like escape sequence, you use her. And that's just because you can't actually use that charge shot for that, otherwise you probably would. But yeah. It's actually really tricky to control, by the way. I guess that's not too surprising, because D-pad. It is kinda tricky to get used to. And that part's really annoying because you fire like 2 shots to destroy the first 2 blocks, and then there's just like a pause where you're just not shooting for like a second because the bullets just get eaten. And if you're too hasty and run across, it's not going to hit it, so you have to go all the way over to the left side and then do like the backup from a different point. Or I guess you could turn around and run back and do it again, but it's really annoying. So it's good to just be patient with that shot and just let the game be stupid until it stops being stupid. So for this screen handle, you can just stand in the middle, get off some swaggy shots, trying to destroy them all. Okay, I got one. That's good. Basically, if you don't get any of them, it's pretty much GG for the run. Doesn't matter how good you play for the rest of it. You lost all your swag, so may as well pack it up. Alright, I can look at chat after this actually. I haven't been looking too much. Just want to make sure I don't die. If you die at the end of here, like, I'm just like handing in my speed license, because that'd waste minutes probably. I don't know how long this thing is, it must be over a minute surely. I have to go see Cosmo and strip me of it, banish me. Alright, should be fine now. If we die there, that'd be interesting. If I destroyed that block, I would have to have killed myself. So I decided to not be an idiot and go super fast. Yeah, I have had one deathless run, that was my 24-35. And since then I've gone for a lot of, as you might have seen from the amount of deaths I've had already, a lot of stupid strats. So my PB now has 1 death, but it's like 30 seconds faster, so kinda worked out, but it just makes resetting just that bit more annoying. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Right, time to get our final power-ups. So we can do a higher charge jump with Bucky and a higher charge laser with Willy. Which you only use in one room, but it is crucial. Alright, so we had those beetles are RNG, the speed that they're going to be at. I think it's based on the global timer. So I had the fastest pattern and I dodged them all, which is nice. I actually had a run earlier. I was doing attempts of this game earlier on. That was like, for me it was like a god run. Like there's like no major mistakes or anything, no deaths. I dodged them all. I'm dead. And then I walked into the toad after them. I just walked into them. And I just shot off screen. So I needed to have that guy hit me on the head, and then I just killed him. So now I'm gonna shut up and do that. What am I doing? The pressure. Alright, I'm just gonna wait behind there and kill him. Let's not mess around with that. Like, of course I get strats like that. Where I do like the swaggy shots and like don't have to slow down. But I just like walk into a toad like 3 times. Good stuff. I don't get too mad about it though. Just finish the run. Have fun. Show off some cool stuff. Show off these buttholes with whatever the hell's coming out. I don't even want to know what those are. Why am I falling down? I guess it's like... I don't even want to talk about it. So, the intentional way of getting past those is going above on, and then, sort of like hopscotching across the blocks. I got the perfect pixel position by the way, that's good. That saves like a second. Because I can fire this earlier, and then get hit in the head and then start again. Just so I can show it off one more time. Ow. There we go. How did that hit me? It's crazy. I don't know how I managed that. Alright, 2 more stages. Is World Record still possible? Let's find out. This is the hardest stage in the game for sure. That is the easiest jump in the game. For sure. This next room's pretty annoying because there's like a bunch of little intricacies in this game that are just really stupid to do with how you jump with Deadeye. This guy's cool. So there's certain spots in that room where if I try to jump up on that wall, it will just like eject me and won't let me go to the top, and I won't be able to fit through the gap. There's like maybe like 3 instances of that in this one stage alone. I'm not entirely sure what that happened. I think I missed the cycle. That's alright. That should be fine. I'm waiting next time. Not dealing with that again. I'm just going too late. It's quite a tight cycle to make, but you can do it without stopping. But I guess I'm just stopping, because I can't do it. It's obviously one of those rooms you just do not want to die in at the end, like that. Like that! Who do we want? Thought I'd be cheeky and go for that. The one thing I got in my favour is that when I die, I restart at the start of like each section, otherwise I could be like royally screwed right now. The game's rewarding me for being there. This is gonna make it. I'm done doing this. That's definitely making it, alright. If I don't make it, I'll just my mind will just imploded. Because that was like the perfect timing. You can jump right on the very like edge pixel there and jump over him without having to wait for him to drop down. It's very tight, saves about 2 seconds before I go for it. That's one thing I've always... like one mentality I always have about marathons is just do everything, even if you're gonna die 100 times. Because you'll kick yourself if you don't. So I'm gonna just do what I do in runs. And look like a fool, but it's gonna be fine. So I can continue. Good stuff. in that room if you don't. The way in which you kill them is you have to jump and then press B like a split second after, and if you don't get all 3 shots in, there's a good chance you could just get sniped. So it's a really dumb room, because you can just die there. Same with this one. Like, I could die now with the bullet. It didn't hit me though. Like, I think it's RNG when he shoots, so pretty sure. Speaking of RNG, this is 50-50. I could have something land on my head right now. Didn't know. Yeah, he would have either spawned behind me like that, which is good, or on top of my head, which is not good. Just might imagine. Can we spawn the thing? That was close to not making it. We should charge a bit extra here. We got good RNG on the final thingy thing. Thanks, stuck on this. I'm trying now. So now we have Escape, which is the final level, or group of levels, consisting of 3 main boss fights. And this is arguably the worst screen in the game to die at the end of, because there is no checkpoint until we reach the point where you're breaking like glass and stuff. You'll see what I mean. So up until that point, there's nothing, so gonna play careful. Good thing these enemies aren't RNG, so I can just do the same stuff and hope they'll be fine. Okay, this is where the checkpoint is. Glass thing. I don't get the point of these because they're like so trivial in this mode, and there's like 3 checkpoints in the middle of these. I guess casually it's harder to do, because you wouldn't know what character to use maybe, or something like that, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just want to get a Mario 1 reference in there somewhere with pipes. Which means fair enough. So, final 3 bosses. Pick up the life, because... Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and concentrate more on the bottom one, because if I destroy the top one first... if I destroy the top one first, I'll get blocked in the corner, and most likely be hit by this boss's bullets, so... Hopefully we get rid of the bottom one first, like that, that's good. And then this is all RNG, so... Almost at me at the end. Alright, that's good to do that. That was a slight fight, but obviously dying there. It's like a minute gone. So I'm glad we made that. That's good. Definitely the easiest of the bosses, this one. And we have a long ass time to just look at chat for a minute, which is good. Because it'll just shoot stuff but not actually move or do anything, so that's good. All the heat faces, man. I need to sub to LO. This is just for funsies, by the way, destroying these turrets. It doesn't actually help in any way, because you're just hoping to do it in one cycle. Which I'm in the right position, so it should be fine. If you look at the strobing red lights, that's them flashing at double speed, and then if you're not in the right spot to hit double damage, they flash at half of that, so that's how you know you're in the right spot. So I got it, that's good. There's a nice visual cue at the end of the tail plume. There's like a little cluster of them that you can go for, so that's nice. And now we have the final boss. I had quick save and quit mode left on. I guess the run's done, because I just loaded my power pack saves.
Oh. I think you forgot to turn off the save state. Save state.
Oh, he accidentally swift flipped to it.
Uh-oh. I've done that before, but that shouldn't happen unless you load a slot
Because you have
file.
to alright, the thing is you have to press A and B, you press start and select at the same time, and that's how you activate that menu in Power Pack. And it only happens on the final boss, and time. It's the only time in which I'm going to be pressing start and select at the same time. So when you find that out in a run, it's awesome. But I did have a save file, so it's all good. That was an awesome run. I had fun with that, even though it was atrocious, it's fun. Hope you all enjoyed that. Glad I got some of the tricky tricks there.